Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw that they
Israeli soldier destroys Jesus statue in
Can
Lebanon.
I
has condemned an Israeli soldier who hit a
commentate.
statue of Jesus with a sledgehammer in southern Lebanon. The statue was mounted on a crucifix outside a church in a Christian village that had been occupied by Israeli troops. Mr. Netanyahu has said he regrets any hurt caused to Christian believers in Lebanon.
This story pisses me off because it's like, bro, they've been bombing churches, they've been killing Christians and Muslims too, and bombing mosques as well. But this is like, I guess, the symbolism. Like, symbolism is more consequential for Christians than the act of actual murder of both Christians and Muslims in both Gaza and Lebanon. Like, I'm glad that people are getting pissed off, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, destroying the statue is a bridge too far. It's time for a moral reckoning. Destruction of Jesus statues should serve as a moral wake-up call for the IDF, says Times of Israel. Like,
that was the one.
This is what did it, man. This is what did it.
Moral wake-up call.
Bro, you got the fucking cattle, Mike Fuckabee, running around being like, oh, well, Israel gets to do whatever it wants. The Greater Israel Project, Israel. And nobody lets a fucking peep. But like the one statue gets clapped and everyone's like, this is unbelievable. I mean, how could they do
around
this?
the world. Well, it comes as the Israeli military has warned residents in southern Lebanon not to move around near border areas.
Christians care about this because they think it confirms their blood libel. Yeah, except if you want fucking blood libel confirmation, they've been killing Christians too. They've been bombing churches. They bombed a synagogue. Dude, they bombed a fucking synagogue in Iran.
Yeah.
They bomb everything.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. They don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me that like this is what got so many people animated. I'll take anything at this point. Anything that causes people to flip and just be like, we got to restrain Israel. This is unacceptable. I will take it at this point. But it just also blows my mind that like this is the one thing that really agitated people, and not like, I don't know, murdering a bunch of fucking Lebanese Christians alongside Lebanese Shias, alongside Christians and Muslims in Gaza, and blowing up fucking mosques and blowing up churches nonstop.
Jerusalem for us now. Yolan, tell us more then about what this soldier did to the statue of Jesus, because we've heard very strong condemnation.
Yeah, this is also because people got really pissed off about this. Israel was like, oh, we're so sorry. We're actually investigating the soldier. It's like, bro, that's soldiers.
Investigating the soldier? He's on camera, isn't he?
Yeah, well, yes, but they always have to do the fake, like, we have to conduct an investigation.
Got it.
To see how this could have happened. I don't know, maybe the soldier thought it was valid after actually killing a fuck ton of Lebanese Christian people already, you know? Perhaps that's why he thought it wouldn't be a big deal to fucking blow up the Jesus statue on top of everything else.
Of that soldier's actions from the Prime Minister, from the Israeli military, various other politicians as well in Israel.
Yeah, so the Israeli Prime Minister was quick to come out with his comments in English on his X account, understanding very well the international damage that this could do, this photo that's been shared widely on social media. The Israeli army has confirmed it's a soldier who is at the moment in southern Lebanon, or has been in southern Lebanon in recent days. He's holding what appears to be a sledgehammer or an axe poised just over the face of the statue of Jesus on a crucifix that's been toppled.
I, for one, can't believe that the army of a ethno-religious supremacist nation that routinely punishes and kills and subjugates both Christians and Muslims in the region would do such a thing. I am shocked, okay?
Yeah,
I can't believe that the anti-Christian, anti-Muslim forces would do such an anti-Christian act. How could they?
It's just par for the course, right? They're killing everybody.
Yeah.
They're killing everybody.
Yeah, it's just like...
Because Christians and Muslims live in Lebanon. They're not just like, they're just indiscriminately bombing. So obviously.
But also on top of that, they've done something even more insane, like straight up Nazi shit. They occupied southern Lebanon, and then they released statements to the southern Lebanese telling the Christian villages not to hide Shia Muslims in their villages, which is literally what the fucking Nazis did. to Jews. Like
That's crazy.
it's so crazy.
That's crazy.
That they released a statement before this. One, they released a statement saying we're going to do the southern Lebanon what we did to Gaza, which is an admission of the heinous war crimes that they committed in Gaza. But it goes unpunished, so they don't see any reason to even hide it. And then two, they went to southern Lebanese Christian villages and said, if you are hiding Muslims in your floorboards, like you will also be in our crosshairs.
That's crazy.
Israeli army is saying that they will help the Christian community there to repair this statue. The foreign minister of Israel, Gideon Saar, came out and said that he apologized for this incident and to every Christian who had been hurt by it in their feelings. So you can see that this has really sort of,
Yeah. You executed an elderly Christian woman in Gaza who was simply trying to find a restroom and then sniped her daughter in the head for tending to her corpse. This is who you are. These are your values, not an aberration. They did this. And then they bombed the fucking church, by the way. After an IDF sniper killed 2 women inside of a Gaza church, they also bombed that same church, which is so ridiculous.
And Yolande, what's the wider context of what's happening in Lebanon with that fragile ceasefire?
It's clearly a doctor's statue, you anti-Semite. Yeah, clearly. Who could forget the famous doctor?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The US has confirmed that a second round of talks between Lebanon and Israel will take place on Thursday. Lebanon's fragile 10-day ceasefire with Israel has allowed...
Glad that we have our Lebanese correspondent.
I was going to
for
say,
this.
these talks wouldn't be necessary if the United States would just be like, hey, don't
cut
do
it
that.
out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Also, these talks are bullshit too because
it doesn't.
The Lebanese government has no power. Lebanese government is infinitely more predisposed with like trying to restrain the only standing military force that they actually have that's willing to defend the Lebanese borders, which is Hezbollah.
Yeah.
And the Lebanese army just retreats.
Well, there's also no good faith negotiation you can have if your ultimate goal is a failed state.
Yeah.
Right.
And not only
I
that,
wrong?
but Israel has already occupied Lebanese territory. They took over southern Lebanese territory.
Yeah.
And have established a safety corridor, as they like to call it, encroaching further and further into Lebanese territory. Some are saying that Israel is also now taking the water line as well, which is where the Lebanese gas fields are. So they're now going to control the Lebanese gas fields. On top of everything else. So there's nothing that the Lebanese government could say or do in this circumstance because they have no power. They have no power because they're not supposed to have any power in this process. They were brought to heel by Western forces deliberately so that Israel could do exactly this shit whenever they felt the need to do so. Hezbollah has been the only force to restrain Israel because they are the only force that can militarily stop Israel from further encroaching into Lebanese territory.